In today's video, I'm about to show you one of the first add-ons that actually includes naturally generated structures. You don't gotta place them, you don't gotta build them, they will spawn naturally in new chunks in your world. Welcome back everyone, my name is Echo, and we are going to be reviewing the FantasyCraft Add-on. Now this add-on is created by CompiCraft and is available to purchase for 830 Minecraft coins. Now this is the ultimate fantasy add-on. It has folklore, mythology, it has dragons, it has bosses, new weapons, and so much more. I'm here to share everything you need to know. This features like over 60 creatures and new mobs in your world. Let's check it out. Just as a reminder, I did get access to this add-on early, but this is not a paid promotion, and everything will still be in my own honest opinions. Now, once you do have this installed in a new or pre-existing world, you are going to be given the guiding scroll. So this has to be placed on the ground. Now it says FantasyCraft Add-on Guide. Tap to go to the next page, crouch and tap to go to the previous one. Now, if you do lose this guide and you need it, to craft yourself a new one, you are going to need 2 sticks and a piece of paper. Now, on the next page, it says, here, a recipe for the finest blade. And I really liked the concept of how you make this, because you are going to need 2 parts combined together. Now, to make the actual blade, you are going to need 3 ingots. You're going to need 6 iron nuggies. Now, you actually have to make 2 of these. So go ahead and grab the needed ingredients, open up the crafting table and tap on craftable, and you will be given the blade. It's kind of like in iron form. As for the handle, here is the recipe for this one. 3 iron nuggets, a stick, and a piece of iron. And then you're able to combine them together. So if we open up this, we can make ourselves the handle. This goes here, this one goes in the middle, and this goes top right. And then you'll have the knight's sword. Now, I'll be honest, the attacking animation, again, it's still not there. I really hope in 2025, Mojang give the marketplace partners the power to change this. But this thing is absolutely huge. Now, there is, in fact, another one you are able to make. And I got really confused with this one. So you're able to make the knight's sword, but there is also this one. However, in terms of crafting this, yes, you can craft the handle. But as for the blade itself, it can only be obtained when you defeat a boss. In fact, talking about the knights, here is one here. They're not going to attack you by default, and they're actually here to protect the lands. But if you do manage to kill one of these eventually, they are going to drop iron nuggies, but also a feather. However, not worth killing them. They're here to protect you. Now, there is an insane amount of mobs and creatures available inside of this. Now, this scroll gives you very basic information about it, saying dragons are dangerous beasts, but you can tame them when they are young. You've also got, like, the fairy dragons. You've got their relatives, which are wyverns. You've got the worms, are snake-like and vicious. So there's a whole bunch of information inside of here, but it is very, very vague. Now, before we go through all of these creatures, I want to show you how the structures work, because as you guys can currently see, there are no structures nearby. But as you do explore new chunks, the structures are going to generate. One more thing to be noted, the creatures will spawn naturally in your worlds. A lot of them are biome dependent, so the more you explore, the more you're going to find. Also, they're available in caves, etc. Now, to prevent any issues happening with pre-existing chunks, structures will only generate in new, unexplored chunks. So let's say you had built over here, like a village, for example. This is not prone to being destroyed, which I think is a really big factor in an add-on like this. A lot of you have been asking and requesting for structures to generate, and one has just generated right in front of our eyes. Now, I'm not sure if these are meant to be treated like a dungeon that you go and encounter and take over with new bosses and stuff like that, because I wanted this to be a surprise for me. So I've came here first time ever. You can get a couple of bread from this. I believe there's a total of 10 different structures available. spawning all over the lands. And yeah, they do come with pre-generated loot as well. But I feel like these places would be really cool for you to kind of take over and live. But I was just really impressed. I don't think we've seen this yet in any kind of add-on. So here, as of right now, doesn't look like any form of folk or creatures or monsters actually live here. They might generate in different structures, though. All right, I take that back. They've just now generated in. This makes perfect sense for the knights to actually generate here. So, yeah, I mean, we have another dude over here with a different color on as well. So it looks like the red and the blue knights will actually spawn here. I was really impressed. So this is just one of 10 structures. And the way it's generated, honestly, it's generated incredibly well in this small area. Now, obviously, I'm in creative, so they do pop up kind of instantly. As you explore slowly in creative, they shouldn't just instantly pop up like they have for me. They should look like they've already pre-generated there. And that's, I believe, one of the creatures available, which is going to be the tree folk. But I'll be honest, this was one of my favorite structures that I had seen. It's like a giant mushroom. My main focus is on how the generation works. And yeah, you could argue like it's destroyed a couple of trees here and there, but the generation seems to have worked relatively well. And that's the main thing. I mean, obviously it's gone under here, but not too obscure where it looks like someone's just picked up a command block or anything like that and just plonked it there. But yeah, let's see what's inside of these chests. So you can get a little bit of loot here and there. It kind of adds to the lore factor, I guess. It is very, very promising for Minecraft Marketplace add-ons. Mushrooms can actually spawn here. And I waited and I waited and we finally did get the creatures that are meant to spawn here. These are going to be your gnomes, which will actually trade you things. Are they all going to be the same item? So they seem to be the same. Do you have the exact same item? Nope. This one is a bucket of cards. This one is also going to be shears. Let's trade with this one, also going to be shears. I wonder if they work very similar to villages, where after you've traded with them, more is available. And the answer to that question is yes. Now, this is the prime example that I wanted to show you, because whatever this structure is, it's generated like it was already there. It didn't just pop up in front of my eyes. I need to go and see what this is, and I need to see what actually lives here. That looks like a windmill to me. Hold on, this is kind of like some kind of podium. Hello? Okay. I mean, if I attack him, will he attack back? No. So I probably shouldn't attack him. I think the loot needs to be a little bit like all over the place like this, like you would see in chests, in dungeons. Wow, look at that. Pretty decent book. We managed to get ourselves more golden apples. Is that an enchantment area? No, it's just bookcases. There's a lot of loot to be found in here. That's insane. Protection 3, Protection 4, Smite 4, and Loyalty, and Power 4. I think the loot is a little bit overpowered. But to be fair, it's going to work very similar to natural structures in Minecraft, where you do have to go out and find them. Okay, I hear something kind of gargling over here. Hello? Oh, they're meant to be orcs, I believe. Or some kind of troll. Yeah, and they're very, very hard-hitting. And these guys have been lurking in the woods, which honestly is kind of like a perfect place for them to be. They want to go unnoticed. So what we'll do is we will change our game mode to creative for the sake of this. So this is going to be another kind of stronghold you're going to have to encounter. And if we go back to game mode survival. Okay, so I was wondering if it was actually going to drop anything for us. Oh, that does not sound friendly. Is that a Ravager? I think it is. Unless it just uses the same sounds. Dude, look at the size of him. What's he meant to be? He's an ogre. He is absolutely huge. Now, just to give you a small glimpse of all the possible structures, CompuCraft did give me a download with all of them generated together. I can tell you they won't generate like this in your worlds. I just want to show you what's available. I've already showed you what this is. We did already check out the Knight's Strongholds. We did check out the Giant Mushroom, and that is like the Ogre's stronghold. I want to see what this is all about because I noticed a pyramid-like structure, which, because it has a jungle tree on it, I'm guessing is going to generate in jungle-related biomes. So you're going to have to do some exploring. Once again, does house loot for players to check out. I like the fact that it does have templates. That's a really cool concept. This has, once again, the actual templates. And I noticed it did have like a layer. So let's see what's up here. Oh, this also has diamonds, iron. It'd be pretty cool if this one was kind of like a trap, but I don't know what lives here. That's the only thing. I don't know what lives in certain locations. I believe orcs are going to live here. This is made of like blackstone and the gilded. So my guess would be that this can generate inside of the nether, but don't quote me on that. I'm just simply showing you all of the structures. What is this? Okay, mud. Maybe it generates in like a mangrove. What are you? You are, in fact, an ogre. So you'd have to conquer this like a bastion in a way. And they've got gold as well. So yes, I feel like they are or will be inside of the nether-based structures. I wonder if there's like anything... Wait, yeah, you've also got these blocks as well. I wonder if... Oh, and even the smithing template. Yeah, the rib armor. Okay, that's pretty cool. I wonder if you have to treat these like a dungeon and make your way to the top, where you could possibly encounter some kind of wizard. Hold on, this takes you all the way to the top here. Okay, so up here, I don't see any wizard. This is pretty cool. I definitely get like Lord of the Rings vibes from this. Now, it didn't happen for us, but you can see we have what I believe might well be goblins in this. Yes, they are goblins. Now, this one's surrounded in dark oak trees. It didn't generate in that form for us, but maybe one of the possible spawning locations for this is going to be in a dark oak forest. Made of gold. Who are you? Simon-side dwarf. Do you attack me, though? Like, are you deadly? Yep, they don't like you. They don't like you. They feel like you're going to steal all of their loots. Nothing on this layer. Do you have a chest in here? Yeah, so they are here pure and simply to guard their gold. I don't know if all of these mobs are meant to spawn in these certain structures, because there is so many of them just chilling right here. But the way this is shaped, I kind of get the vibe that they are meant to actually be here. They're so loud, though. What do they have? More gold reserves. So gold and iron to be protected by the goblins and more goblins. Okay, different variations there. Anything bigger up here? This one is an orc. This one has cooked mutton, a little bit of food resources. Let's get underneath this one. Make our way to the top. Do we have anyone else up here? We do not. The structures are really, really cool, though. I have to admit, I'm impressed. All right, let's go and check out the final two. Now, if it is true that the certain mobs do generate in these certain structures, the Knights ones are definitely some of the best looking. I like this one a little bit more than that one, just because I think this blends into the terrain very well. I don't think any of these structures will naturally generate underground. It looks like they are above ground. But I like the fact that you've got Knights and Orcs. Like I said, we do get serious Lord of the Rings vibes with this. And I could imagine myself taking over this kind of stronghold. I mean, this one has... How many diamonds is that? 17 diamonds. But maybe this is like a rarity to find. Let's get ourselves to the top. I do hear like a villager type person. Okay, that's the Knights. I think that might be the Knights sound, to be honest with you. Are you guys connected together? Are these separate structures or are they the exact same? If they are separate, I think they are separate because this one's actually made of warped stairs and this one is stone, stone brick, and spruce. But really impressed. It's nice to see a Minecraft Bedrock Edition is now starting to get naturally generated structures. The more you explore, the more you're going to find. Time to show you all of the creatures available. I'd like to mention I did enable the health bars add-on because I want to see how much health these creatures and bosses actually have. Now, like I said, the guidebook is very cryptic. It doesn't share too much information with you. And that's pure and simply because I feel like this kind of add-on aids in exploration and kind of discovering it for yourself. But I am warning you, there is a lot of strong things in this. And what I am going to do is make sure I do have armor on. Otherwise, I will simply die, guys, because there's so many powerful creatures in this. So what we will do is we are going to start with the dragons. I don't want to butcher some of these names. Fairy dragon isn't too complicated for me to check out. By default, these creatures will attack you, but with the likes of the fairy dragon, you can actually tame it. This one cannot be ridden. But if I was to go ahead and kill this, this can drop certain foods. So you can end up with well, on this occasion, because I've got fire aspect, it's the cooked, but you can end up with meat. You can end up with ribs. You can end up with rotten flesh, and you can also end up with bones. That creature will follow you, but it cannot be ridden. So a lot of the dragon-based creatures, these can be tamed by using kind of meats. Go ahead and tap a saddle on it, and then you can get on this, and as you can see, you can fly. Now, this has a lot of health, 210, and very similar to the other creatures before, can actually drop meats if they are killed. I love the flight animation of this. And trust me, this is just the beginning of this add-on. There is so much to explore. Can I make it sit? Do you sit? It doesn't look like it wants to sit down. The next dragon on our list is going to be a lung dragon. These cannot be tamed. And if you attack them, I believe they will attack back. This one has a health of 125. Now, a lot of these creatures, again, are going to be biome dependent. They'll be really cool at the top of, like, the icy peaks. I had to kill a knight. He was trying to kill it. But once again, if you have it in baby form, you are able to tame it. And they get big. Trust me, they get big, and they want a lot of meat. And then you're also able to saddle these as well. So a lot of the dragon types are very, very similar. Once fully healed, also has 200 health. I don't know how the attacking animation works with this. So if they can kind of spit some form of fire. Does this sit? I don't think he does sit. But I love this one. This one's really cool. And then we have a couple more different types of wyverns. So these can all be tempted with kind of raw foods. This one is like a lesser, I believe it's called. But this one, again, comes in absolutely stunning colors. Grab yourself a saddle. You guys are getting the points with a lot of these. There's just going to be many different ways for you to explore. Now, I'll be honest, I like this one because I think the others are a little bit too big for my liking. But you guys might really like the larger ones. This is a greater one. Don't attack. Don't attack. There you go. We can all be friends here. Can also be tamed. Oh, this one can sit. That one can sit. I wonder if this one... I wonder if it's like this just because... Hold on, can we sit down? No, I can still open it up. Because I haven't actually put a saddle on it. So I wonder if that's one of the reasons why. But their stance, their standing animations and like idle animations are really cool. Can we get some personal space over here, buddy? I want to see how these work. Like if I was to get attacked by this, do they attack for me? I mean, not quite, actually. Another variation is going to be a fire. Wait, is he attacking me? Oh, this one attacks you. Or maybe it cannot be tamed then. Or maybe only the babies can actually be tamed. There's a chance you'll get them in large form. A lot of the time you will find them in baby form. Very similar to this one right here, which I wonder if you can be tamed. I mean, kinda. Kinda, although this makes chicken noises. So we have 3 different types of worms. We have sky worm, we have the sea worm, and we have the lindworm, along with the regular one here as well. They will attack you. Let's go ahead and put this into baby form real quick. Okay, this one does not go into baby form. These are just going to attack you straight away. Yeah, they are not messing around. But obviously, I'm fully maxed out, so they're not going to do a lot of damage. But just like before, we'll drop certain kinds of foods. Look at him. I'm a snake. And then you got this one flying around as well, which I think is what you kind of seen on the introduction. Oh, they dropped something a little bit different. I hope I'm saying this right. Amphitheater. This is the Amphitheater spawn egg, and I believe there's more versions of this, being the king. We also have a basilisk. This cannot be tamed, but apparently can kind of like freeze you still and you cannot move. So you literally end up with slowness and weakness. I love the designs of this. I'm kind of sad that we can't tame this. Has like chicken sound. So does it drop like a cooked chicken version or also the cooked meat? Looks like the meat is the exact same as before. So this is also... Oh, that's like a rib. Is it a rib? It is cooked ribs, cooked flesh, bones, and also feathers. Amphithere. Oh, this one spits things at you. Yes. I gotta be careful because it will actually destroy this whole entire terrain. But they are... Oh, it's got like a wind. Oh, look at all those. Okay, different kind of projectiles. Gotta kind of weave in and out with this one. I think I placed down a bow on purpose with these ones. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. Nope. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't take any fall damage, though. This guy right here is a drake. Now, these drakes are very, very aggressive. But I believe they can also be ridden as well. I mean, I have tamed him. Yeah, so they're like land dragons with an insane amount of health. I think these also might possibly be ridden by more than one player. This is like the perfect place for me to show you guys this as well. So if you do find one of these, it's kind of bugging out and still attacking me strangely, even though you're meant to be my friend. Let's see how long it takes to kill him then. Come on. And again. Yeah, he's got so much health. He's got so much health. One creature I did want to talk about is the Hydra. Now, it does say use fire or else it will grow more heads. Now, in terms of spawn eggs, there is a version with 1 head, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If we just spawn this, I believe if you didn't use any form of fire, it will actually grow 2 heads. And then it will grow 3. Then it will grow 4. And then it will grow 5. So you have to use something like fire aspect in order to defeat this. And this is classed as a boss in this. So be very, very careful. But what I am going to do is show you guys what happens when you do actually kill one that has 5 heads. So for the sake of today's video, I'll do this in creative. This one has plenty of heads. Now, if you do manage to kill this, it doesn't actually die. I mean, it does. As you can see, it's now gone from 5 heads to 4. You're then going to have to kill it again. And if you want to do it all the way down to 3 and 2 and 1, you have to keep killing this creature. I have no idea where it generates. So that's going to be a mystery for you guys to explore. Got it down to 2 heads. If we manage to defeat this again, it's going to have 1. And if we manage to kill this once and for all, and I'll do this in survival because I don't know if it has any form of difference here. But it will regenerate. So if you're not fast enough when killing it, it will regenerate. And this actually drops prismarine related things and an insane amount of totems and Heart of the Seas. I don't know if I picked these up like collectively, but that's pretty crazy. There is so much to show you. Next, we have a sea serpent. Okay, so this is the sea serpent. Okay, so this obviously is going to live inside of the oceans. Let's go ahead and kill this real quick because I think it also does drop the fillets. Quite strong. It did drop the cooked fillet on this occasion. These cannot be tamed, FYI. All of these cannot be tamed. I think these might actually be classed as like the enemy related things, but we're about to find out here. So we have the lindworm. Okay, we have the... Okay, I gotta kill you. How much health does this have? Not a lot. This is the hobgoblin. Wait, can I trade with you? Are you like the one before? No, can't trade with you. Orcs. So this is what we were seeing before. Quite regularly. We've seen it inside of the forest. They drop bones and leather. Goblin also wants to attack you. Cyclops. What do you drop? I haven't seen a Cyclops yet. Hold on. What do you drop? Bones and more cooked versions. Forest Troll. He looks really cool. I wonder what biome he spawns in. Has 85 health. There is a few different types of trolls because this one is a hill troll and this one is a cave troll. I don't think they have any form of differences other than their color. Now, some of these ones you did see before. The ogre, we discovered that first. We have the Simon-side dwarf, a regular dwarf. Oh, they don't like each other. Move out the way, bro. I don't need you. I need to see these fight. Who wins? Who wins? One has 19 health. One has 17. Well, is one doing more attack? No, not really. So, yeah, we have two sets of dwarfs that don't like each other. We have the boogeyman. Bro, what does he hit me with? Wither and all kinds. How am I meant to avoid him? Bro, he has the warden sound effect too. Yeah, he kills everyone. He's like the Grim Reaper. I'm going to grab myself some torches here. One thing I would like to mention is that this does have a dynamic light. Certain creatures will only spawn during nighttime. I think this might be the Dark Wyvern. Yeah, he knows I'm here. But we also have a pixie, a fairy, and an elf. And they will follow the dynamic lights. They don't have a lot of health, but they will actually follow you. So I thought that was a really cool feature. Once you stop shining the lights, they're no longer interested. The elf can actually be traded with as well. So you can get a bunch of items. I don't think they can. And I don't think... Wait, what about you? Can you also be traded with? No, but they will give you special abilities. We had speed, jump boosts, and regen. Minotaur, Minotaur, however you like to pronounce it. Really angry and will kill cows, apparently. Centaur and Minotaur will actually fight each other. But one has a lot more health. A Sasquatch. Sasquatch? I don't know how to say that. To be fair, bro, they're all beating on him. But he has a lot of health, so I think he's kind of beating them all up. And then we also have Pegasus. Pegasus will actually give you a boost and can actually be tamed here. So I should probably show you this. I think it's apples. Apples, I don't think it requires a saddle. You can get on this, and I think it does fly too after a certain amount of time. There you go. So no saddle required, but you are also able to fly and get around relatively easily. He actually survived. He actually survived all that. Now, he has different foods. Oh, he has an axe. I was not expected now. Look at the size of this thing, bro. It's huge. But he didn't kill me, so I shouldn't have killed him. Banshee? A bad omen? /give @p milk? I am not ready for a bad omen at all. I do not want to get myself in that kind of fight. So we do have a hippogriff and we do have a griffin. And I think they are both tamed using the same thing, which is the raw meat. And I believe this one can also be ridden. But as you can see, it's kind of off on its own adventure. Okay, so I finally managed to tame it. Let's see how the flight works on this then. Yeah, so very similar to the Pegasus. It is going to take you a little bit of time, but it will just fly on its own, and then obviously you can go on your journey. I want to show you this one because it can be tamed and also ridden. So put a saddle on it, get on it, and it's just another way to explore. You can't jump with it, but I will say the sprinting on this, I don't know, it doesn't move a little bit fast. I would hope it would move a little bit faster than this. And we also have another one, which is Rock. Can they be tamed? I mean, that's a giant eagle. I think they can be tamed, but once again, most of these creatures need to be in baby form before you can actually tame them and ride them. There is a spider. Oh my days, look how that moves. Yo, that's actually quite terrifying. A mermaid, a gnome, a shelly coat. Yeah, I don't want to mess with you. I have no idea if you can be tamed or not. Dude, that thing in the darkness is horrifying. I gotta see what it drops. Spider eye, I was gonna say, as I would imagine. We have Phoenix and Salamander. I think both of these can be tamed. Phoenix is with apples. Salamander is with meat. But I don't think it can be ridden. But these things get huge. Yeah, they get absolutely huge. And then apples with this. I don't think this can be ridden as well. If I was to attack you... or you... Okay, the Phoenix attacks for you. Salamander doesn't know. Oh, hey. Hey, was he just sick from his nose there? I think he might have been. So, there's so many creatures. This is a really, really long video. Gargoyle. This is the boss. Gargoyle. I don't know what he does. Got a / difficulty normal. Does he attack back? No, he just absolutely killed that, though. A belly bog. And then this This thing is how you get the other sword. Oh my god, he just absolutely curb stomped that. Let's see. Like, does it attack me as a player? Yes, but it's not very strong. Oh, he's howling away. Hold on. We need the blades for this, because I can show you guys how to actually... Did it drop it? It didn't drop it. He didn't drop it. He's meant to drop 2 blades, which are like in orange form. So this works very similar to what I showed you before. I think this one might be stronger, maybe? Maybe not then. Maybe not stronger. I think they might actually be the same. But yeah, that's the only way you can obtain this. It's called a flaming sword, so I wonder if it kind of offers any kind of flame against things. Yes. Yes, it does, as expected. I know I haven't shown you guys everything in great detail. You guys will get the chance to explore a lot more. If you do manage to find yourself a wizard, you can, in fact, trade with them. Tree folk, we did see that also earlier on. I believe there's... Whoa, hi. You attack me? Hey, why am I so slow with you? Oh, who's... The wizard? Was that you? I was not expecting him to get involved. I don't think he was actually meant to attack me. I think he was also attacking that. As for... There's meant to be more of them. Yes, so the tree folk, there's a couple of different designs. Tree folk 1, tree folk 3. Then we also have 2 and 4. Once again, I get Lord of the Ring vibes with this. If I was to attack one, do they all attack me? Nope, they're not interested, so probably not worth killing them. Although, I am curious as to what they could possibly drop. I think that was sticks. Manticore. Oh, okay, this can be tamed. I can also use cooked as well. Can we use the cooked meat on you then? I think this might also be able to be ridden. Can you? Can he be ridden? No. But he can be your pet. Brownie. A red cap. I don't think so, buddy. Yes, get him. The tree folk does get them. We have this. What is this? Goach? Whatever this is. A dragon? A leprechaun? Don't tell me you attack me, because I'll be really annoyed. And then the last couple is... We've already seen that. We have this. We have... I'm frozen because of Medusa over there. This thing I also believe can be ridden. There's just so... There is so many creatures in this. I'm trying to show you guys everything the best I can. But there is a lot of creatures in it. I was really impressed. My favorite thing about this has to be the naturally generated structures. Like I said, if you are interested in this, go and explore. Go and do some adventuring. You guys will find a lot more than I possibly did. I think they did a great job on the add-on. If I did have a little bit of a complaint, it would be that you can't turn off naturally generating of these or the structures. Or I think some of the creatures definitely needs a little bit better AI. Some sounds and movements and stuff like that. They're using a lot of repeat sounds that are already in Minecraft. So it didn't actually give the sense of it being like a mythical kind of creature. But I have been told this add-on will be updated in the future. This is just the 1.0 version. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you in the next.